All right, guys, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back in. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream today, but yeah, we're going to get some stuff done. And yeah, later on this week on Thursday, we're going to have a little bit longer of a stream. Well, I would say it's probably a stream we had lengthwise yesterday and kind of what we've been having before. But today, yeah, work. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit shorter of a stream. Good to see Lednor, Colby. Welcome in. Let's jump in here and get started. Okay, so good morning, Ideas. Welcome in. All right, so check this out, guys. For the double-edged sword, I did something yesterday off stream. I brought that trailer that is associated with this mission. It's the first step of it from the southern farm, which is in the northern part of the map. It's weird, but anyways, this trailer was here. I brought that down here with the Thatcher Force, which was the high saddle vehicle we used to pull this trailer out up to the farm. So that asset being in place, we just utilized it, brought it down here. What I did was I brought my Earth Roamer back across the tunnel. I actually filled up his scout trailer to utilize the free fuel from this trailer. And then at around, I think it was like 11 to 12%-ish, we just turned that in. So that's turned in, and then the next part is the metal beams, metal rolls, and the wooden planks. So that's the part we're going to do today. And then I'm going to try to do, I think, unlocking this gateway. I think that's another thing I'm going to do. And I need to grab Let There Be Light real quick, because this needs to happen. So we'll probably have to knock this one out. Because, yeah, that's basically what happens is new missions come out as we complete things, so we'll have to just tackle those as we find them. Was that the bulb trailer? Okay. Put this back in place. It's a bone, welcome in. Okay, let's get started. However, first, I want to give you all the verse of the day. It's actually from Psalms 68:19. It says, "Praise be to the Lord, to our God, Savior." Let me just read that again. "Praise be to the Lord, to God our Savior, who daily bears our burdens." Awesome, man. Okay, back to the game. We're gonna grab the Freightliner. Okay, cool. This thing is gonna be sitting there for a little bit. We'll grab fuel from it. You know, I woke up today at 6 a.m., went to the gym, and you know, I was thinking, I was like, man, there's so many things in life I regret doing. And I thought to myself, I was like, you know what, like if I only, I thought about this, I thought about the effects that modern music and movies have on youth. And I thought about the things that I've done just because of the influence of music and movies. And there's a lot of things I've done that I've really regretted in life just because of the influence of those things. And there's a lot of them I literally wish I could take back. And I was driving home in the car, and I said to myself, you know, I mourn over the things I've done, over like my sin I've done in the past. And I think God spoke to me in a small whisper and said, "Do you mourn over the things which you've done for you, like because you are ashamed of them, or because it has hurt my relationship with you?" And I thought to myself, I was like, wow, like he just called me out there. Like there's things I've done that I've done to embarrass myself, embarrass my family. And it's almost like it's like God just corrected me, and like, because, you know, when I did those things, I'm separating myself from him. So it was one of those times where, you know, God kind of like put his foot down and was like, well, no, I think you shouldn't mourn over your sin like that. Like, you've been redeemed from it, but also, you know, you shouldn't mourn over the sin that's still in your life because of personal gain or your reflection on others. It's because it's hurting my relationship with you. But, you know, as Christians, we're supposed to be a reflection of who saved us, which is Christ. So yeah, that kind of just hit me like a ton of bricks this morning driving home. What's up, Spring? Welcome in. Good to see you, man. I saw yesterday the OHD1 has the same stats as the OHS2, so why the OHS2 are better? So the OHS2s are thinner, actually. So the OHS2 they're, how do I say this? They are, grab 1, 2, I'm actually going to grab 3 here. The OHS2, they're better in certain conditions. Okay, those conditions, I believe I explained that on my, what's it called? My Jet tire review. So like if you're going to haul cargo like this, you want double tires. So OHDs, or, you know, UOD2s, stuff like that. That is what you want. If not, if you're not hauling cargo like that, OHS2s are gonna just carve through things. If that makes sense. No worries, man. No worries. So if you look at the Jet tire review, you'll see like the timing on the OHS2s are superior. Okay, with under conditions. And like I try to do a good job of explaining that they're not necessarily a tire that you would use doing something like this in deep conditions or like just hauling, because what happens is when you have double tires, your suspension actually stiffens, which is actually really good for hauling heavy cargo sit down on 2 axles. Vehicles like the Tega 6436 is a very good example because it can switch tires very quickly to OHS2 to OHDs, or even a double, and you'll just see how much its suspension thickens or stiffens, I would say. So if you really want to see that change, throw I think a fuel tanker on it in the garage, which is 12 metric tons, and then put on the OHS2 and then quickly toggle over to a double tire, any double tire, and you'll see how the suspension kind of stiffens. So also, like, you want doubles when you're hauling like this. And this is why, like, I think the 6436 does a better job of hauling low saddle trailers than the 6455B, because 6455B only can have single narrow tires and single wide. So it just doesn't have that. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. I actually went about this all wrong. I should have went and got those medium planks first, and then dropped them off, grabbed these, and then picked up the medium planks on the way back. But no matter, I'm going to just drop all this stuff and then go pick up the medium planks and then just load this stuff on top, and then we'll just drive. Yeah, so like, I mean, a double tire is always going to feel more stable too as well. So that's like something I think I advocate for a little bit more is stability. So like, I mean, you normally never catch me with an OHS2 on unless a vehicle has only single narrow tires as an option. Honestly, it's not super hard. It's very simple. It's really they're just giving you choices. So like if I'm only hauling like single slot cargo or double slot cargo like via trailer, you know, feel free to use the OHS2. Or if you're like speedrunning a contest or something like that, like OHS2. They just run through stuff. I think for vehicles that you don't really need extra balance, OHS2 will be great. But if you're going to haul cargo like this, I'm going to say have doubles. It's going to make your life easier. I think, here's what I wouldn't get caught up in so much of like, hey, what is the best tire? I would just, if you are using the correct category of tire, I think you're okay. Like right now, I'm probably using like an OMD3. I could probably get better performance out of a UOD3 or UOD2 here, but I'm using a OMD3 right now just because I just want more lateral balance, and also I just want to play something new. You know, I don't really, I'm kind of walking away from, I guess, like the meta tire just to kind of show that as long as you have the right category of tire, you're going to be okay. The timing between like a narrow run like I've shown, that's just to show you that, hey, in this scenario, it's a faster tire. But the thing is, like, I think a lot of things like player skill and routing can also affect these things greatly. So, you know, one player can just drive through that mud pit right there, while another player just takes this little offset route that I just took right there, and I'm making better timing because I'm just maneuvering better. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, the time loss is not necessarily a huge thing. If that makes sense. If I'm making any sense here. Medium planks. Okay, 2 medium planks. Last time you hauled long logs with the boar on a moor? Nice, dude. Yeah, that's an awesome truck to do that too. Big cargo, OHD. Yep, exactly. But also you got to think about this is if you have a truck that has, you know, single narrow and single wide tires. So like example of this is the Tega 6455B. Okay, so remember it has like those big balloon tires. Those are actually called single wide tires. Okay. I explained this a little bit in my my mud running tips video as well, so you can check that video out, and I kind of explain like tires and their categories of their width and stuff like that. Yo, Firestar, welcome in. I mean, you can use the OHDs at all times. Absolutely, it's great. They're gonna work for you. For me, I don't have any reason to like zoom. So I'll use a double tire pretty much all the time. Not gonna lie. Like I'll use double tires all the time. Like even if I'm doing 2 slot cargo deliveries on my bed frame. But if you want me to do like a challenge, like a speed run on a certain, I guess, contest, I mean, I'm gonna throw like a Tega 6436 with OHS 2s, or you know, a twin steer with OHS 2s, and you're just gonna see it fly. I kind of explained this the other day whenever Timmy Gunn, who was a speedrunner, really awesome player, probably one of the best drivers I've ever seen. Yeah, whenever he went back to speedrunning, I was telling him, I was like, look man, like don't use the MHS ones on twin steer anymore. Just use the OHS 2s and you're gonna fly. And I mean, immediately I think like he used them and he just broke speedrun records with it on the container delivery contest. So Twitch feedback just, what's up Victor, welcome in. Twitch feedback just emailed you. Oh, you told them they did a good job fixing it? Nice, dude. Okay, good. Oh, gosh, I didn't want that to go over that far. It's whatever, dude. This is insane. What am I doing? What is this mess? What is this mess, man? It's insane, dude. I don't know how I'm gonna get past this rock fall. I'm not gonna lie. Can't tell if long logs are cargo or not. They are cargo, yeah. They're actually one of the heaviest single set cargo in the game. The heaviest single piece of cargo packed, I believe, yes. You don't see what can go wrong here? Everything is to spec. Dude, this truck is gonna struggle. Actually, it doesn't matter. I just gotta span this gap, or I mean, cross this gap, which is gonna be a very crazy endeavor. You wanted to stream with the boar? Everyone uses it? Or no one uses it? Yeah, I don't think many people use it. It's just because, well, yeah. People just love their other trucks, but the boar is good, man. I think Saber did a good job of making the boar, actually. That was actually a really good truck that they made. This truck looks good though? Yeah, it does. It really does. Oh my goodness.
What a hole.
I know, right? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. What are we doing? I'm gonna take a photo of this. I have to. I have to take it because this might be like right before disaster. Suck in the gut. I want to get a good picture. It's kind of hard to like actually find a good angle for this. I feel like this lens is like a fisheye. Do you know what I mean? It's like a fisheye lens. It like elongates everything at the end. See how it elongates the truck? It just looks weird. I don't like that at all. I forget what that is. What's that called to change the fisheye? I forget what it is. Field of view? That'll be okay. I'll turn it back up here in a little bit, but that'll be okay. Actually. Yikes, 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 yikes. Oh, let's go freight. Liner 114 SD. That's good. That's a good call there. Oh! Just need to chill. Let's go, baby. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Field of view set to 0 is normal. Okay, good. Yeah, that fisheye lens. Sometimes it bugs me because it makes this truck look weird. Like right here, it looks good because like the hood's not super long, like a long hood. But whenever I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. It just makes this vehicle look weird in some angles. All right, so we have, what is this? How many slots of cargo? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12 slots of cargo here. Not bad. Not too bad. Not too bad for a Tuesday morning, guys. Just gonna take our time. I'm just gonna throw in high and just kind of chill here. It's a decent speed for just traveling down the road. I don't want to travel too fast because I know this stuff will want to fall off. Okay, I have to throw some of this stuff out, because it just won't do what I want it to do. Or at least I'll take this top one off, and then I can just do this, and then... Okay, now repack. And then I put these back in. Are we good to go? But yeah, I think the question I get the most is people ask questions about tires the most. And the double save the day, yeah. I just think like there's just so much confusion surrounding like just in general just with tires in this game, and I think adding the jetpack just made things even worse. No, you don't have to be sorry about it. It's I'm totally fine explaining it. Nice, 24K. It's just Saber did a really bad job of bringing in these new tires when there was already arguments about like what was the best tire like prior to that. And I think for a while it's been clear to me because like it I guess like whenever you're playing this game so much, it doesn't become like as serious of a thing or like as a is this an off-road truck? Okay, I'm gonna do this with the 114 SD then. Yeah, maybe I'll just do this with this truck here. Actually, do I have? I do have this. Could do this with the Tatra Phoenix. Let's do this with the Tatra Phoenix. Yeah, let's do this with the Tatra Phoenix. But yeah, I think they just they caused even more confusion by adding the jetpack, and now like there's just crazy amounts of tires in there, and I think I don't think any amount of videos would really like solve the issue of folks like having questions, to be honest. I mean, you can still go on Reddit and people are still like arguing about tires. Like, I'm gonna be real. Nowadays, as long as I'm using the correct category of tire, which is usually an off-road tire, some trucks just mud tires in general, I think, yeah, you're okay. You know what I mean? I think you're okay. Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But I mean, I'm okay. I'm definitely fine with answering questions about them. It's probably the question I get the most, which is, and I think my answer is like I can tell you the meta. I can tell you the meta tire of every truck, right? But here's what I don't like doing is I don't like just. I'm not a fan of just saying like, hey, this is the best. This is the best. This is the best. I know I have a couple videos saying that, but like I don't necessarily like doing it because then I think it just encourages like a single track mind. Do you know what I mean? Because I think what people do is they'll hear somebody on YouTube say this is the best, and then they just take their word as gospel. When, to be honest, man, anybody with a mic, anybody with a microphone in the computer can literally make a video about a game. That just doesn't necessarily mean that they have, you know, knowledge about it. Anybody can just make a video, right? And that can be even said, probably some people even probably think that about me, which is fine. But I think in general, as long as you're just using the right category of tire, it looks good. If it's performing well, if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know what I mean? I think the tire stats in the game, I think people also like they want the values of the tire, and I think something people get twisted up around this concept too is they look at solely the tire stats, like the friction coefficients, and they're like, well, this one has this much coefficient, this one has this much coefficient, like, so I'm gonna use this one. It's like that stuff matters, but then again, like, why is the OHS2 outperforming trucks that have way more mud stats, but it's going through mud? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's like things that you gotta have to like ask yourself. Well, it just doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So like that's why I think there's more to the story of tires other than just friction coefficients. Hello, what's up, Warren? Welcome in. So I have to sell all my trucks and just buy one. And just buy this one. What, this one right here? You're talking about this truck here? Good old Phoenix. Telling you, man, if it had a low saddle, could you imagine how strong this truck would be? You honestly, I would probably rank, because this is an off-road class truck, I think. Yeah, this is an off-road truck. I think if this actually had a low saddle, because I think in the off-road class, not gonna lie, I think versatility does weigh on the, I would say, like, truck strength, because I believe those trucks should have versatility. Because they're smaller, they should be like almost like the drones, like going out and just doing all the jobs, or most of the jobs. But yeah, it'd be insane. I probably would rank it, oh gosh, man, it would be up there. It would be S tier, I think. About the JAT OHS3. Yeah, honestly, man, I have seen the JAT OHS3. I mean, here's the thing, the JAT OHS tires are even thinner than the OHS2s. So therefore you have less friction hitting the tire, or less resistance in the actual mud surface, stopping the tire from moving through it. So you have that actually going for you. So like, while like in those tests I've seen, like that you've seen on that video where the OHS2 kind of like does beat those, but all those JAT OHS are like nipping at its heels. I'm gonna be real. I've done runs where the JAT OHS tires have beaten the OHS2. I think in the Plaid, I'm pretty sure in the Plaid, it was by like a hundredth or a couple hundredths of a second. The OHS3s or one of the JAT OHS beat the natural like OHS2, which is kind of crazy, actually. I'm gonna go grab this trailer because this goes up there. But I think I need vehicle spare parts. Oh, they're in this down here. I think. Wait, are they? No. Vehicle spare parts are on the other map, I think. But wait, do they spawn? Do these spawn? I think these spawn. Wait, I'm trying to think if they do spawn or not. I'm gonna look this up because I think they do. I think they do spawn. I don't know if they do actually. Maybe I'll just deliver this and then we'll figure it out. I want to say these things spawn. This doesn't, it's not going to hook up. Yeah, this because it's a scout trailer. Whatever, dude. I should just pick this thing up and put it on top of my bed and just drive. Now you're waiting on the next game update? What, really? So the engine sounds can be fixed in the Nintendo Switch? Oh my goodness. This is how hitch trailers should be right here. For big vehicles right here. That's how it should be. This thing is gonna just grief me the whole way there, but it's fine. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna do something here. The slowest crane ever. That'll work. Just tuck in those legs. That'll work. This will be fine. As long as the legs are not dragging. Should have went that way, because this bump right here is gonna be a killer. Maybe not, maybe so, maybe not. Nice. Turn, please turn. Nope. For having all-wheel steer, sometimes this thing just doesn't want to turn for me. You know, I should remember where these cargos spawn. It feels bad because I believe I'm going to have to actually come back for the cargo. If everyone shared my stream once a week, it would help. That'd be sweet, man. I would love that. I would love that. I would love to get partner. I'd love to get partner. Yeah, the more the better, yeah. Share it to whom exactly? I would probably say Facebook groups, Discord channels that you're in, etc. Ooh. This could be interesting. Oh, look at the backbone. If this makes it, oh dude, that is amazing backbone work right there. Oh, that's awesome. Except for this right here. It's, apart from the laggy steering, yeah. The steering's kind of like laggy. It's like it'll take a little bit of time to turn, and then it'll give you a good turn. Sometimes it won't, but yeah, overall this thing is a really nice truck. I just have a feeling that I forget where this is. When it's gonna show me. Cutscene. Where are they at? All the way up there? I should have went up there and got those prior to doing this. Whatever, dude. It's a blunder on my part, but it's fine. I'll go back down. I should have checked this warehouse. I didn't think I had vehicle spare parts in this, what's it called? This map. That's a huge blunder. What do I have here? Nothing. Yeah, huge mistake, but whatever. So, you know, could have just went up there, grabbed that stuff, and then, you know, pulled that trailer, or even stacked that trailer on top of the cargo, and then just kind of rolled out. Used it into more, and it didn't disappoint. Yeah, this truck is good, man. I think, like, it's, how do I say this? It reminds me of, I'm going to say, like Azov 64131-ish in some regard. So, you know, smaller tires, it can, you know, has its downsides of, you know, just getting sunk in the mud just because it only has single narrow tires, other than the Jats, but actually Jats are single wide, so you could throw those on as well. Yeah, it's like a little tugboat, slow and steady, man. Which is great. Slow and steady is amazing. What am I doing? Why am I going this way? I mean, its suspension is just quite incredible. Like, let's be real. Like, I think another reason why its balance is actually really admirable is its suspension just absorbs so much. So, Thatcher backbone is just quite crazy to watch, actually. It's just like a caterpillar going over stuff. Imagine having doubles for this. That'd be kind of crazy. That would be kind of crazy. You know, a truck does have doubles now is the Bandit. The Bandit has doubles. What do you guys think about the Bandit getting doubles? Okay, I don't need gas right now. I'll get gas on the way back. Let there be light. Let there be not messing up on missions. We have 8x8s with doubles in the back. I mean, it makes sense. I should get double fuel tanks as well. What's up, W? I would agree with that. That part feels bad. Its fuel tank feels bad, man. The roof rack helps, but man. Yeah. So right there, it's a great turn. Maybe it was because I had weight on like my back wheels and my front wheels weren't digging in to like whip my turnaround. Kind of is a little bit of a sore spot, not having a big fuel tank. I think it's, man, they didn't have to do them like that. Alright, Ben, we'll talk to you later. Yeah, it didn't have to do them like that. Like, you could have gave him like a 53-gallon, 200-liter tank, and then that would have been okay. I think that would have been a lot better than a 40. What's a 40? It's like a, I think it's a 40-gallon tank, isn't it? And then giving it that roof rack it has, that would have been a good amount of range. 13 more gallons would have been, I guess, better. I mean, I probably still would have complained, but it would have been a better move. There's a mod that allows you to store extra fuel in the back. Oh, because like the bus cabin? Nice. Here's like the only thing. It's like the Azov struggle. Actually, I want to look at the Phoenix's collision mesh at some point. What's up, Burning? Good morning. Good afternoon, actually. thing has so much power, dude, that it can stay in 4th gear most of the time. Turn. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness, bro. Are you serious? You didn't even turn for me. What in the world? Yo, what about that balance, though? Yo, I thought I was a goner. I thought I was a goner right there. I was like, we're done. We're in the drink. I literally thought I literally had a full lock turn in to make that, and it didn't turn for me. You just add existing fuel add-on for the Hummer and place it inside the cabin. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. What's up, Tommy? Welcome in. Good to see you. You know, I think on my review of this thing, I don't know if I did, but I believe I was driving this truck on the side of mountains in like Northport, and it just wasn't flipping over. There's a couple trucks I was like, you know what, they feel so stable, let me just throw them against this real quick. I think this was one of them. That I just threw it against some mountains and just drove it, and it just would not tip over on me. Yeah, we're going to spend the cash because we don't really care about cash right now. Yeah, the backbone suspension just does its thing, yeah. Let's do this. We also wanted to try the balance gearbox on the Take 6436 instead of the off-road for fuel efficiency. Sometimes he doesn't want to move. Yeah, that's the thing. So the thing is that the Tega, here's why these like little sliders, like these little sliders up here are deceiving. Because if you look at the Tega on paper, like prior to placing any add-ons on it, it'll tell you it's like S power to weight, but it's not S power to weight. I think the Tega reminds me honestly like, it's weird because like on paper when you look at the Tega, like it doesn't have a ton of things to like make it stand out other than its balance, right? And its balance is absolutely superb in its class. But I mean, it only has 200,000 torque. Its power to weight is not super high compared to other vehicles in its class. So it does have that freezing axle thing sometimes, like from a standstill. But once you get it into high range, once you get into high, it just runs. I think people are still kind of like wonder why the Tega is actually so good, but it just is. It's really a truck that people just say throw it in high with like a high range gearbox and just watch it just run, and it just does. It's a weird thing, but it just does. I think it's probably, I think the reason why it's so good is because I talk a lot about the Western Star 4964 as being like an overall balanced vehicle. If you look at those two vehicles, compare those, the 4964 and the 6436, or even the 6455B Tega, they're basically like a Western Star, but just with better weaponry. Do you see what I'm saying? Like instead of switchable all-wheel drive diff lock, it has always on. They are relatively heavy, so I think their weight ratio is like to power is like right in the sweet spot, where the truck doesn't sink enough to like really bog it down, but its engine power is like right in that sweet spot where you can actually utilize it really well. And then also their balance is absolutely superb. And then you just have like things like the TMHS tires, OHS2s, and then, yeah, Jet OHS, etc. Yeah, I'm all for taking less damage, Juice. Honestly, I'm part of that camp. Like I really could throw a high range gearbox on all these vehicles, and we could fly down these routes and stuff like that. But the thing is, like what? I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like the game is not a racing game. The high range gearbox is fun for those who use high range. Like more power to you. Like if you like to go fast, I get it. I get it. It's fun. I've done the speedrunning thing. It is fun going zoom zoom. But also like Juice says, like I don't want to take damage. Like there's no reason for me to play hard mode and use a high range gearbox and smash my trucks to oblivion. Especially on stream, because I usually kind of mess up driving just by looking at chat and looking over and I smack a tree or something like that, right? I don't need that to happen going double the speed. Double the pleasure, double the fun. It's like double mint gum, you know what I'm saying? Or double the agony. Yeah. So that's why I just use off-road gearbox. And I think another thing about, and people talk about, oh man, the base values of burn value between the off-road gearbox, high-range gearbox, etc. And I made a short video on this, and I really don't think, I think that high-range gearbox, like whenever you press it and you're going through like mud / dirt, you'll see its actual reading value higher than what you would on an off-road gearbox, because that gear setting is telling the truck to use all available resources to maintain that constant speed of high, right? At the highest heights of high, angular velocity. So the truck is pretty much always trying to race to that really high speed. But when you're in like an off-road gearbox, that speed is not set very high. So therefore you can get there and sometimes maintain it easier, if that makes sense. That's agree. You have to use the high range gearbox in the ASO 5. I mean, dude, that's. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to. How I manage chat and driving is a miracle. I'll say this, it's very challenging. It's very challenging. I think if I was playing a very fast-paced moving game, it would be very hard. I probably wouldn't be responding to every single message that comes across the screen. Not burning, I like the high-range gearbox on the Dolphin, as Mr. Lone Wolf would call it. I do. I actually do. Here's the reason why, is the Dolphin doesn't take any engine damage. Like its engine compartment is totally sheltered, so you can drive that thing and deviate from course and smack something at full speed, and you're not going to take any damage on your front end. So there, it's very forgiving to drive. Then the whole argument of distance traveled on a tank of gas versus burn value, those are two different arguments for each separate gearbox, right? Like, yeah, I think, do I have to stick my crane in the mud? Please, no. I do. Any updates? Is he still MIA? I think he's still MIA. I don't know where he's at. I don't really know him personally, not gonna lie. I don't know Lone Wolf personally. Okay, this is not gonna work. I've only ever watched his stream a couple times, actually, but yeah. I don't think he actually knows who I am, to be quite honest, either, so, which not a lot of people do. But I know who he is, and I appreciate his work. Could climb up that hill, honestly. I probably could. Do I want to? Let's do it. Yeah, sadly he is MIA for the time being, but hopefully he comes back. Might have just been, I don't know, computer troubles or some type of trouble, or maybe something's going on in his family, or who knows, but wish him well. I like Lone Wolf. I think he understands the game pretty well. So like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why. Maybe this is really bad. I don't think this is probably not even a good analogy or like comparison. But sometimes like his reviews of trucks reminds me a little bit of like the Critical Drinker. Have you guys ever seen him? Like he does like movie reviews sometimes. I don't subscribe to the Critical Drinker, but I've seen his videos, and he's just very pessimistic, I guess. I don't want to say Lone Wolf is pessimistic, but I think for some folks it probably comes off as such, but he's really not. Nice, that's done. Cool. Next order of business, guys, is trouble at the port. Fuel carrier. Oh no. No. I have to get this out of here now. That means I need to get a fuel tanker out. It means I need to get a fuel tanker out. Have you seen his test grounds in Alaska? Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. I had to drink some of that coffee, guys. I apologize. Actually, I don't apologize. Okay, so here's what I think I have to do. This trailer here it's basically full, so it's like 970 gallons, okay? A normal fuel add-on is 476. If I pull out a vehicle and grab I would say a trailer, I could probably get I would say a good amount of fuel out of it to, yeah, I probably could get a pretty good amount of fuel out of it. And then use that truck on the next map, essentially. So I think I thought I was cutting off coffee today. I'm on my first cup right now. I'm on my first cup right now. So I'll just get a fuel tanker out. Honestly, I'll get a fuel tanker. What color to use in 6436? Honestly, this one's nice. I like this one a lot. I can't really even deploy it, but do I have a large tanker add-on actually? I'm trying to think here. Oh, I do. Actually, I do. Oh, buddy. Oh, yes. Let's go. We have Atom with that orange on it. The Atom tires look sick. Oh, yeah, buddy. All right, I'm gonna grab a trailer. Fuel trailer here. Dude, this is one of what in the world did I just do? I meant to go to the trailer store. This is one of the best tankers in the game. I'm not gonna lie. Or just a normal tanker, my dude. Can use all-wheel drive because there's a 0 penalty, so we're good to go. This is going to be overkill. The capacity is just, this is overkill for that trailer. 661, 529 there, so it's, but I have a way to I'm not going to be able to fill up both these by any means. I won't even be able to get close, but we'll use a little bit. I'll be able to get some actually into this tanker in the back. And this will actually go to the new map, or to Foothills actually for fuel. Yeah, I know. It really is, man. They really made this truck insane strong. I mean, not to mention, like, it's everything that a 64131 is, but bigger tires, stronger engine, and a more efficient engine. And then not to mention it has an advanced special gearbox as well. Is the only Russian truck that can equip a fuel tanker add-on? The long fuel tanker add-on, like the long Paystar in American trucks. Yeah, that's true, Eric. That's true. Yeah, yeah. I only use it for fuel as well. Like right now, I think when it first came out, we were actually completing not Michigan. It was North Carolina hard mode, and we just decided to buy it to use it over on like Overo Hills. I think I was nearing the end. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use it to see how it is over here, and it just yeah, it crushes things. Stability is insane. They buffed its stability crazily. Okay, let's go like this. Okay, Adam. I'll leave this like that. I know I'm not at the 10%. I need to get it back up to like 90. Like I think it's around 100 gallons. So we'll get that here in a second. But I'm gonna pull this off to the side for now. Yeah, this truck is amazing, man. It really is. They made it quite incredible. Okay, I don't know if I can hook up to that trailer. I don't know if this crane is going to impede my ability to hook up to that trailer, but I think what I'm going to do first is go deliver that cargo, and then I'll grab that semi-trailer. So this one or the Phoenix? I mean, they're two different category of trucks, to be honest, but even though they're in a different category, they're very, very similar. I mean, the Atom is by far probably, I think the Atom is better. It's really just easy mode. Like back in the day, I'll call like the Azov trucks, pretty much all the Azov trucks are easy mode, not gonna lie. Every single one is just an easy mode. Push play, press the gas, crush terrain. It's essentially just a really buffed, bigger version of like a 64131. It's really what I think it is. Which is kind of sad because 64131 for so long was like, it was heralded as like this crazy efficient off-road truck that, you know, it's the only off-road truck to have I think an advanced special gearbox. They're great but slow, yeah. Very, very slow. Okay, I'm gonna cruise. I'm gonna go get this vehicle spare parts, and then we'll disconnect at the port from this. I'll go grab that trailer, bring it to the port, and then we'll be good to go. The 8x8 one with the high range gearbox is terrible because So I think the range is terrible, but the truck itself is actually, the performance is insane. You can finally test something like the Atom to see where its limits are. I think so too, Burning. I mean, I think it would be interesting that, honestly, man, I'm not gonna lie. I've used 64131 in a Moor, which is by far the hardest map in the game. I think we can all agree on that. I think that goes without saying. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, the 64131 did really, really good. So I think if the 64131 does really good in a Moor, the Atom would just crush. I think the Atom would just crush it. Who's saying season 15 will be hard? Actually, Isarokin is saying that. Fire's bright, but not for long. That's true, yeah. It is a true statement. So yeah, Isarokin said that. Yeah, so if you look at my recent video, I show my thumbnail actually is the new map. And it's a very, very short video. It's just fairly recent. And Isarokin basically replied to some folks, and he said it's going to be, the difficulty is going to be around what season 4 and season 1 were. So that's really what the plan is. Just going to put these points in just so I can know where I have to turn. Yo, Archaic, welcome in. I don't even know if I don't think my notifications went off. Did my notifications go off the screen? I didn't even hear it. Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome in. Did you guys see that notification go across screen for the follow or no? That was weird. That was so weird. Oh, because you followed last time and unfollowed? Oh. As of 6 still has a place in my active team as a semi vibrator truck. Yeah, it's a good one. You don't like have to follow the chat? Yeah, I do that because of bots. Yeah, I think a lot of streamers are doing that now. Yep, usually, I mean, it doesn't really stop bots that much, but I've actually seen a big reduction in how much bot spam I get, so... I want to say it's awesome we're getting a hard map. It's been so easy the last 3 seasons. It's been so easy the last, oh gosh, the last year. I think season 13 actually, I don't think season 13 was easy, to be honest. I don't think it was easy. I could say this though. I think the game is probably feeling easier because we're just getting crazy strong vehicles. I honestly think if they didn't, I wonder what the perspective would be if we never got like the bigger trucks that came out in the game, and they kept producing like smaller vehicles like this. I wonder what would be the perspective of difficulty. I think it's a mixture of that, and then also like we as players are just getting better. You don't think it was really that hard? I mean, Slate blocks were pretty hard. Slate blocks were no joke. What's up, Nan? Welcome in, Nan. I would love to have season 15 be more or less focused on tight passes, narrow cliffs, drop-offs, icy rocky surfaces, like make chain tires great again, make these smaller trucks be useful again instead of just using super trucks that can just float through any terrain you throw them at. I think just making another, super condition region is not necessarily an indicator of like difficulty, in my opinion. So hopefully they kind of tailor it that way. You just park cranes. That is one way to do it. What would make a new map challenging and not boring? Right there, what I just said. The thing is, if you give these super trucks like an in to just crush the game, they're going to crush the game. So like, if you think about it, like you can take the hardest map is a moor. So let's see. People that take these super trucks to a moor, they're so afraid of the horror stories of a moor, they'll take like the Kenworth, they'll take the Mastodon, and then they just crush the map, okay? And it's not really that hard. So then, here's the thing, that means for them to make a map that's going to be challenging across the whole board of the whole SnowRunner community, they have to basically make a Moor 2.0, which is just going to be insane difficulty via just heavy conditions. So then it's like vehicles like this, like there's no reason to use it. So like, I mean, it's either I want to just, I'd rather be incentivized to use something smaller, have to watch my balance, think more a little bit intuitively, things like that, instead of just pressing a gas trigger and sipping a cup of coffee and, hey, I'll get through this super mud here in about a couple minutes. I'll just use my hefty my Plaid or Mastodon or Kenworth or Dairy Spec. Contract was 10 stacks of medium logs. That one wasn't fun. I mean, if you make a map where chain tires are viable, dude, like you don't have to make crazy amounts of mud and stuff like that. You make the map where it's a little bit like things are slippery, but like chain tires are viable. You really can like change the way difficulty is measured in this game, because right now it's more or less measured in basically how thick a surface is, and I haven't liked that for so long. As a first player, it is way easy to just simply say, screw this task. Let's pull out the Kenny. You have 10 trucks, but you use the Kenny for most of them. Honestly, Oz, man, I was that way for probably 800 hours of gameplay. Not gonna lie to you, man. 800 hours worth of this game, I probably had whatever amount of hours of just using like an Azov 64131 to just crush the game for me. And I can tell you straight up, man, like after a while the game just became boring, and I did not learn anything about. I didn't become good at the game. Like I'm not gonna say I'm super skilled at the game. I'm probably average at best, but I think my enjoyment increased drastically whenever I just walked away from, I don't know, just solely depending on, you know, a short list of trucks, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. They need to make the map to where chains are viable. I think chains are viable on. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I use chains on this hard mode playthrough in Cola and Cola, Flooded Foothills, Yukon in general, and more. But but the thing is, you gotta understand this. I understand that I'm taking a performance hit in mud and in snow with chains, but I just don't want to slip on icy surfaces at all. So that's kind of why I took chains. But I would like to see chains make a comeback. You have so much fun with this game? Hey, that's great. Hey, dude, if you're having fun, then keep doing what you're doing. That's all that matters, right? Dude, my wife makes fun of me too. Don't worry about it. Trust me, dude. I literally was watching a SnowRunner video last night on the couch, and she was like looking over at me. And I was watching like compilations of like people flipping their trucks and stuff, and I was laughing and kind of like just making fun of it. And like, you know, basically it was on Reddit where like it was real life trucks. They were driving up this hill, and then they would like all slide back and fall over, and I was like impersonating the people inside the vehicle at the time, like going, no. And she was like, you are so terrible. Or like I'll be driving somewhere and we'll see like a Western Star or like one of these, like a 114 SD out on the road, and I'll be like, hey, there's a 114 SD. And she's like, you're an idiot. Does your wife not complain about you? Well, the thing is, Juice, yes, she used to, but you gotta understand, like now, this game and YouTube brings in, I guess, I would say a very small amount of money that makes it worth it to actually play in some small capacity. I would say I still have a full-time job, so, but you know, few extra $100 a month is, you know, a cell phone bill, you know, a heating bill. So it's in that way, it's, she sees that, you know, it's not really just the game, even though it is fun to play. You've been jamming out my YouTube VODs? Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Archaic. You're watching a video of a guy and the big cat Komatsu machines in my, oh, that's cool. You saw that clip, Vic? Yeah, it's on Reddit. I thought that was pretty hilarious. No, I'm not doing this for the money. No, honestly, if I had like hundreds and thousands of people watching me, yes, there would the value of playing this game would be even more. I would probably do this as a full-time job. But then again, I would probably also mix it up with playing other things as well, which is going to happen because, like, in reality, like, I would say this: if I was like a full-time like SnowRunner YouTuber, I probably would not play anything else than SnowRunner. But because I don't really depend on this for my well-being, I guess. Yeah, I can play other games, and we probably will. Today's coffee and cake is brought to you by SnowRunner Funds. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, SnowRunner is a very niche game. Whenever I say this, people kind of like scoff, but SnowRunner is not that big of a game. I understand there's millions of people who have downloaded the game, and it's played more than Mud Runner. It's played more than any other runner game in the series. I believe it's still going to be played more than Roadcraft. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I do think so, and I think even after Roadcraft comes out, this game still will have more people playing it. After the whole initial like surge of like, hey, this is the newest thing. Do I do all my own editing? Absolutely. Hey, I'm not Asmongold here. Yeah, I've done all my own editing from day one. Can't say it's the best product in the world, but hey, it's my own. Do I think Roadcraft will fail? I don't think it's going to fail. I just think a lot of people are putting in... Oh, dude, I messed up. I need to go actually turn around down here. I need to back up all the way. I don't think it's going to fail, but I think also people are putting so much pressure on it to be like the successor of SnowRunner. And then also you have to factor in that it's not going to support like old consoles. So I don't know. I think it's going to be like more like a top-down view, more or less than like in the trenches, like grinding it out like we are in SnowRunner. Because this is like, you're literally like in the trenches grinding these missions out, right? And in Roadcraft, it's not going to be that way. It's just not. So I think it's just going to depend. Actually, can I actually... Wow, it worked. Can't believe it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an open mind about it. I try to keep an open mind about Roadcraft. It's just, it just depends, man. It really does. Yeah, I think that was the biggest mistake, is slapping the Mud Runner name on it. Yes. Yeah, I did see that video. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think Tribe does a good job of being very entertaining, but the substance of videos of like just straight up like information and like stance, he's very standoffish on like his actual view of like what is going on. So it's like he stays very neutral, which is probably a pretty good like business move, which is why he has probably a good relationship with the devs and has got that little back seat, or like that backdoor appearance of, watching the game. So like, but here's the thing, I didn't learn anything from that video. Like all that stuff I kind of knew, like just from hanging out in like Discord. Do you know what I mean? Or like even watching the trailer, like you can kind of like a smart person can put together like, hey, this is not going to be what we think it is. That's a 108. I might actually deliver this as this. Yeah, I'm going to deliver this as is. Actually, let's go like this. Let me go refuel. That's too much. Darn, hold on. That's good. Perfect. Perfect. But yeah, I mean, I honestly, like when you saw like in the trailer, you saw the parts of like the points and the trucks like following the points and stuff like that, and then I mean, like in my mind, I could figure out that, hey, like, you're going to be able to send like mass amount of materials via AI trucks, and then like you're going to be able to actually get it, jump into a cab and do some nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Like I already kind of knew those things. So like there's nothing new being like presented. Yeah, so I think I'm still interested in playing it. I'm still going to be very optimistic for it, just like I was with Expeditions. I think just whenever I played Expeditions, I was like, I honestly, guys, I was fighting myself to get on stream to stream it. Not gonna lie. And then I think the last stream, which is like when I said goodbye, I was like, you know what? Let me just give it one last stream to see if this is something that I would like to do. And I streamed, like, I went to the new map, like the one that was green. We ran around, did some stuff, did the little mini games and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I just can't do it. I just can't do it. You unlocked the Earthwormer LTI yesterday after my stream, and it feels glued to the ground. Yes, it does feel glued to the ground. It is crazy stable, Eric. It is crazy. You're just hoping at the end they'll realize SnowRunner 2 will be a better option. Archaic, I agree. I agree, man. I honestly would hope that they would just continue to support SnowRunner in a way of like fixing bugs, making co-op better, more stable, and then work on SnowRunner 2 or whatever runner game is coming up next with all the knowledge that they have from prior runner games. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that is the move forward. So, I don't know. That's just me. That's what I'm hoping for. But hey, who am I? So, I mean, I'm just some dude that plays SnowRunner. I'm not gonna lie. There's a new video about Roadcraft. I think a tribe called Cars got like exclusive access because he probably has a relationship with someone in Saber. I think he has a I'm gonna step out here and say something. I think he has a relationship with someone at Saber because he stays neutral and he doesn't really criticize Saber. So like, if you look at someone like SD1 who has like very strong opinions against Saber, and I think they're critical, but I think it's like constructive criticism. It's odd that they would offer a channel that has 50,000 subscribers that back, you know, that little 30-minute exclusive viewing, rather than offering it to like someone who has like 800,000 viewers, which is SD1, right? He probably has the most sway and the most views of any YouTuber on this title. So I just think, so when you look at that, because I talk to SD1 on like pretty much on a daily. So when you look at that and you're like, well, because I asked him, I was like, hey man, did you get like a backdoor viewing of like the game, that 30-minute stint or whatever? He's like, no, they haven't contacted me at all. So it just, and from that, I guess like one would infer
keep the change, you filthy animal.
that, yeah. Oh, I gotta get some of that coffee, buddy. You're gonna run her out and unfollow again? Dude, just stay followed, bro. Just stayed follow. There's no reason to unfollow. What's up, Nurga? Welcome in. Alright, so... Okay, I have my Kenworth up here. I probably can head up to the farm and actually do all this stuff. I probably need to. Curtain side, sawmill. Actually, let's get this up and running. Let's get this up and running. I can actually take this vehicle here and go do this. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm okay with the grind. I'm okay with the grind. I mean, think if you played SnowRunner, you're probably okay with the grind. It's a very slow burn-ish type of game. All right, let's do it. Let's take this back to the sawmill. We'll just follow the road. Yeah, we'll just follow the road. Yeah, why not? Fastest distance, or fastest way to get there. Instead of just driving up through here, which I probably could do, actually. I don't feel like it, though. Man, this truck is actually pretty fast. Not gonna lie. Kind of fast. You know, I think with like sponsorships from game titles, or like just from game titles, what we've seen, I think the sad thing about it is they pretty much just use yes men. So like they just use people that effectively, like, you're not really, they're paying you to basically just say what they want you to say, which is honestly is kind of terrible. Oh, I like that horn. Like, I'm gonna be real. If you look at look at just IGN in total, like right there is the one of the most like obvious ones. Like, I think IGN rated Expeditions at like an 8. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they gave that game an 8. Actually, let me just Google this, because I think they have... Let me actually just confirm this. Let's go. Expeditions. A Mud Runner game. Gosh, it only has a 6 out of 10 on... Yep, check this out. Here it is. Expeditions IGN, 8 out of 10. All I know is Luke Riley, dude, you need replace, my dude. Or you need to check yourself. SnowRunner has an 8 out of 10. I think that's justified. How are you going to rank? If you just look at the player base right now, like look at the live players that are playing versus SnowRunner. Like, how do you, and this is how you know that basically Saber paid these people off to give them a good review. And this is what happens is, like, people, like, these are not, they're literally getting paid as a sponsorship to say good things about it. And it happens across like video game space, is no one is really have a free chance to say how they feel. It's like that. Like, that's why I do not trust IGN to about anything about a video game. Like, they pick up the game, they play it for like 10 hours, and they just slap a rating on it because they're sponsored to say so. It's like, who, like, what? If you look at Metacritic, it has an average of 77 between critics and a 5.3 user score. So the critics have a higher, like a 77 out of 100, and then the actual user score is 5.3 out of 10. Isn't that crazy, dude? Imagine trusting anyone on the internet. I just think like that's just a simple fact of, yeah, companies, they pay people off to say good things about their product. Poop on a stick. I thought Roadcraft will be different. Muffna, I think Roadcraft is going to be better, but I don't want to say that it's going to totally replace like the feel you get from SnowRunner. It's just not. I think it's still going to be fun. Don't get me wrong. You're still going to have fun playing it. I recommend playing it. I'm going to play it. I just don't think it's going to be yeah, everything that we've been missing in SnowRunner and more. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I need to get gas. You always look for 1 and 2 star reviews? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to prejudge it. I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic. I mean, you have to be realistic in your expectations. And I mean, from what was presented, from what Focus Home said, it's not going to be like SnowRunner. So, I mean, it's just not. It's going to be like construction sim / SnowRunner. So like those things are going to kind of like merge. Do you see what I'm saying? New engine, which is going to be great. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to be hopeful for, not going to lie. 6 metal rolls? My goodness. Okay, we can do that. Let's go hit this metal roll factory. We can head this way. Why not? Boom, and then I'll go up and grab vehicle spare parts. Journalism is rotten to the core these days? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is why, like, regardless of where this channel ever goes, I will probably never get a sponsorship from... Actually, not gonna lie, I think I was offered... was it a sponsorship, or was it like an offer to review a game? I forget what it was. It was an off-roading game. I forget what it was. But I didn't take it. But that's why, like, I'll never get a sponsorship, because I speak my feelings. I speak my mind. They just spawn you in a Chevy and good luck? Yeah, I know, right? Kinda, that's how it was. Yo, what's up, Salem? You're working on a game plan for NC. Nice, dude. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, I think I would hate to mislead people into spending their hard-earned money on a game that I really don't believe in. That's what I would really, like, I don't think I could sleep at night. Like, literally, I'm just... Actually, you know what it is? It's just lying and practicing deception. Like, I don't know. I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Because, like, not gonna lie, if I didn't, like, play expeditions for myself, I would have, or if I didn't, like, I don't know, I guess if I didn't have experience with these games in general, like, I would have just took IGN's word for it, purchased the game, and then I probably would have defended it, like, tooth and nail against people who were supposedly called haters, I guess, because there was that whole, people were really upset when folks were saying it was a bad game. Or folks were saying, like, yeah, I guess it does have potential, but right now it's not that great. That is true. I mean, I think this game has, that's actually, that's a good point. I mean, look at the money you've spent on this game. I can tell you this, okay? I played World of Warcraft for like years, dude. Years, okay? And the money I've spent on that you know, whatever it is, the Blizzard Pass to, you know, keep your online time over the years. And then also if I look at like World of Ships, like World of Warships, like World of Tanks, like just keeping like premium time, and then also like just purchasing different things in the game. Dude, I probably have spent well over $1,000 there. Like SnowRunner, I probably have spent maybe $300, and that's just because I purchased DLCs on 2 different accounts, you know, to look at things. What's up, Doc? Welcome in. But it's a great value. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because people can be bought is what it is. Because when it boils down to it, people value money over just straight up truth. And that's a sad part about things. And it's like Haggard said earlier, like imagine trusting someone on the internet. Which is like I agree, but also then again, like that statement kind of made me a little bit sad because like that's where people that's where people feel, or that's what people feel is like, you know, imagine trusting someone on the internet. So you're going the Pine Line, then went to Flatland, then Reactive, then Averio. That's good. I think that's a good pick. I think it's a good pick, man. You've been playing Skyrim since it came out? Dude, that's a good game too. I put some work into Skyrim. Yeah, dude, Skyrim's a good game. Don't tell the wife about that money? No, I've already told her. She knows. She knows about it. You can play Dota 2 for free. That's pretty sick. I mean, that's why I always say, man, like, don't just take my word for it. Like, test things yourself. You know what I mean? But then again, like, if it comes down to, like, paying money for something, like, I don't want to, like, mislead people. You've dumped 6,500 hours into Sea of Thieves. Wow. The only thing that's annoying is there's 2 little wood bridges you have to build in Pine Line. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Those are kind of annoying, yes. The ones that are like up in the mountains or whatever, one is like up in the mountains, and then you basically never use it again, and you bypass it basically whenever you're scouting. So, yeah. Or you hardly use them. Those are kind of annoying. 5,000 hours in Deep Rock Galactic? Wow, dude. What are you, Flamu? Flamu used to, I don't know, he's a streamer. He streams like World of Warships. He used to play Deep Rock Galactic a lot, actually. To the bone. Oh no! Oh, that was dumb. Whatever, dude. Yoink. Okay, out we go. Let's go get the next part. Vehicle spare parts. Let's roll. Man, I miss the days. Like, who misses the days of being, like, young? And, well, being younger and, like, just having sessions with, like, your siblings or, like, friends. And just being able to, like, put in mass amounts of time on, like, a video game you guys all enjoyed. Like, does any of you guys, like, have fond memories of stuff like that? Like, that's, like, one of my favorite past memories, and just, it's crazy because, like, during that time, you never really, like, cherish it. Do you just see what I'm saying? Usually when you're younger, you don't really, like, understand that these times are going to end. And, like, you know, like, adulthood is going to happen, and you're not going to ever get those back. Resident Evil 4 on GameCube? Oh, nice, dude. Resident Evil series is pretty sick. Especially, like, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. I think 4 is probably the last one that's okay. 5 was, yeah. 5 and on was just kind of weird. Split screen actions? Yeah, dude, I don't know. I literally... Whoa, what's going on with my tires? Literally, we had like 2 computers. So I took some college loan money. Not gonna lie, this sounds terrible. I took college loan money whenever I was first starting college, and I bought a computer. Actually, me and my older brother did. And downstairs, like in our bedroom, because I shared a bedroom with multiple brothers, we put these computers in there. Basically, and the table was like one of those like beer pong tables that you would use for beer pong. You know what I'm saying? It was a cheap plastic table. Set our computers up. We would play World of Warcraft together, and there was like 3 of us that would play. So like only 2 of us could actually like play at the same time. So like one of us would be watching, the other person would be playing. I think it kind of sucked because like when it was raid time, like one person had to sit out. So yeah. No, mom wasn't in the picture, but yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a stupid purchase. You know, I ended up failing out of school my first time. Went to the military, and then yeah, went back to school and graduated summa cum laude. So it just, as much as like games were cool, like they did a lot for me, they also took a lot of time, and I didn't have my priorities straight. You're going to be retiring in the next few years. I'm hoping to get back into some aspects of youthful years. I like that, man. No, there was no special table for beer pong. I mean, we didn't use it for beer pong. It was like a plastic table of what like you would see at like a party that people like use for beer pong. You know what I'm saying? It was just a random plastic table. Imagine being sent somewhere like Middle East for failing school. Yikes, bro. Every kid says a computer will make their grades better. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I didn't even... there was no like approval from daddy or anything like that. Like the loan money I got from school loans, like took some of that and just threw it at a computer, which honestly back in 2005 it was a very budget computer and it did not run very well. So yeah, it worked though. Hey, it worked. But no joke, like even back then I've always had like, there's always a part of me that wanted to like make like YouTube content or like be a streamer. Like that goal has been like something that has been like throughout my life pretty much since I started gaming. Like since I was able to watch like Justin.tv, which was aka Twitch back in the day, or even like YouTube, which was like what E-Bombs World, is that what YouTube was before like actual YouTube? And then when YouTube first came out, like stuff like that, man, I was like, man, I want to be that. I want to do that stuff. Sounds like some friends who did 6 years at university because they spent all their time playing Dungeons and Dragons rather than studying. Yeah. Oh, dude, I literally failed out of nursing school. And I can straight up tell you, straight up, dude, it was because I literally just didn't prioritize my time. I was literally like immersed in like World of Warcraft. Like immersed in it. I mean, there had some other things going on in life that, you know, had some serious deaths in the family around the same time, and just, yeah, I just kind of went down this dark road where I just kind of sunk my head in it. So, but hey, I learned, right? I mean, that's the thing. I think you learn more from your failures than you do your success, or your triumphs. Carrying your PC to your rooms to play co-op? That's awesome. Duke Nukem? Oh, that's funny, dude. When I was a kid, I couldn't even imagine anyone could get paid for playing video games. Yeah, exactly, right? That's true. That's true. It's a true thing, Burning. Yeah. Dude, it's been a long road, man. It really has been. It's been a long road of, like, content creation. What's up, Urku? Welcome in. It really has been a long road. Seriously. Like, my want to do this stuff has been since, like, 2005. It's crazy. You didn't have the internet in 2011? And even then, I don't know what Google or YouTube, I was searching stuff on the web. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But anyways, guys, I'm very sorry about the short stream today, but I legitimately have to run. Today I work tonight, actually, here in the afternoon, so I don't have much time to really put on stream today. I'm not going to have much time tomorrow. If I do have some, it's going to be another short stream. Thursday, the campaign for what's called Twitch Partner is in effect. Totally in effect. So tell your friends to come to the stream. Put my stream on multiple devices, on different accounts or different emails, and help me get Twitch Partner, because it's been almost 4 years. Well, it's gonna be 3 years tomorrow for Twitch affiliate, and we gotta get over this hump. It's either we get over this hump or I have to multi-stream, and that's gonna be good luck with that. I can't imagine multi-streaming right now, but I appreciate you guys coming out and talking about some really interesting things today. It's always great, man, connecting on stream, seriously. Muffin, thank you for that Prime sub, man. Appreciate no ads, my man. Prime is free, that's right. So all we need to get Twitch Partner is I need to have consistent streams that I have an average of 75 viewers or more. So basically I have to have like a month's worth of it. And then after that time I can just apply for it, and then if I get it, we have better bitrate streams and also some other things as well that kind of helps the channel. But it's really a good thing, but it has eluded me for 3 years. But if we don't get it, I'm not gonna be sad, but hey, if we do get it, it'll be nice. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm gonna go get ready to go to work, and I will potentially see you guys back here tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Thursday is the day. We're gonna put some work in. I'm going to try to at least get to 60% on Thursday, maybe 65%. So I'm going to try to push here and get this moving, because I actually want to go on my other save and play some Alaska. So anyways, y'all, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you next time. Keep your alerts on for your Twitch. And also you can get email notifications if you want to. So until next time, guys, God bless and stay upright. We'll see ya.